Good day, everyone. Ali Safi here from Safi Financial Network. Today is February 29th, 2024, last day of February. So we just closed the monthly candle pretty positive. Look at the candle here since the beginning of this year, actually since beginning of October, November, market just went up to the roof and the new all-time high just came up and no one expected this. And I should say some people still were in bear costume. I was kind of like in a bull costume with a corrective move, which I was wrong. I thought that February and January, February could be kind of like a choppy, sloppy. February, March could be a corrective move. Obviously, I was wrong for months of February, and we got a good green candle to the upside. Again, keep invested, and the next sell off or next pullback could be a great buying opportunity. So this is the box that I had for kind of like in the market. And whenever we get above this SMA 20 on a monthly basis, so look at that. So here is SMA 20 on a monthly basis. This is 4,300. And right now we are at 5,091. Pretty uh, pretty diverged, right? So if you just see this one, it is diverging, and this divergence can be more and more. Remember, we had this situation before, so this is not a first time. So if you just see something like this is happening right now with the market was happening before as well. So this is kind of like a rally after COVID crash. It just went up, and look at the divergence here. And then 2022 came up with a bear market here. So we got almost like a 20%, even more than 20% to the downside for Nasdaq in 2022. So when we see some kind of like this huge divergence for the market, make sure that this is not a sustainable rally. I know this rally can stretch higher and can go further, but when correction is coming, it's not going to be a day or two. It's going to be a very, very aggressive corrective move to the downside. The best scenario is going to be we are kind of like releasing the pressure of the market. We get back to this top and test this top and then coming back up. With that one, the divergence with SMA 20 and price will fade out, and I would be happy with that one. So that's going to be kind of like the scenario that I'm looking for. But based on the monthly price action, I should say as long as we are above SMA 20, there is no bear market, guys. So there is no bear market as long as we are above SMA 20. Even during this corrective move, I was saying this SMA 20 coming along with this demand area, monthly demand area, and that was a fantastic buying opportunity. Which look at the November candle, look at the December candle, and also January and February. So right now we are in a crazy bullish momentum, and whenever we get into the bullish momentum, everyone's saying there is a bubble in the market, there is a bubble in the market. So bubble noises are coming down the road. In any bull market, you will hear that, but this market, I should say, is not that healthy and broad-based because the lots of stocks are in bear market. And if you just look at your portfolio, if you are not investing in semiconductors or big techies, so you will be toasted and roasted just because look at the Disney chart. For example, if I want to show you some charts here, let me just close this one. Look at the Disney. For example, this is one of the big heavy value stocks component in Dow, right? So this is a Walt Disney. And look at the Disney. So where are we at? So you're pretty hammered down there. So weekly chart is pretty bullish. I like the formation here, but look at the all-time high here, 2021, and look at where are we at. So we just got above this ending diagonal and bullish formation. So Disney can go higher to 120 to 146, but still it is far away from this one. The next one is going to be, for example, Boeing. So if you just go to the Boeing chart, I'm just giving you some examples that market is not a broad-based rally. Market is not diverged. So here's the Boeing, and look at the chart. And if you just zoom out here, you will see that the Boeing chart, a new all-time high was 2018-19, 18 actually. And this is a COVID crash. Even we didn't get back to the COVID crash level, right? So this is very, very important as well. Look at the other charts like ST Lauder. Let's go to ST Lauder and see what's happening there. So this is EL ST Lauder. Where is it? So here's the ST Lauder chart, for example. So look at that. So here is the all-time high 2022 January. And where are we at now? So we are at 146. The all-time high was 360.80, I believe. So we're far away from that new all-time high. And also look at another one, Hershey. I just want to give you some consumer staples, some industries, some even like these companies are roasted. Look at that. So even if I want to go to, let's say, a weekly chart, you have better idea where are we at. So this is a weekly chart and we are kind of like very, very down there. So yeah, recently we see some bullish price action is coming with Hershey. But look at that. So this stock is absolutely dead, and it just try to or struggling to find out the bottom information. So when I see these names, I should say this market is just a tech broad base. Look at the Starbucks, another one, which is a pretty good company, great fundamentals, very sound. Starbucks, if you just go to the weekly chart, so this is a weekly chart. All-time high was 2021 July, and where are we at? So we just had like a very, very sharp decline here, 2022 May, and then coming back up. So you're still far away from all-time high, right? So it is in a bullish momentum, but look at the pattern here. So still it has like lots of more room to go. So when I see this and when I compare to this S&P 500, and even if I want to go to RSP, which is S&P 500 ETF equal weight, so if you see that, it just barely touched double top here. So even we are not at new all-time high. So this means even technology and the other sectors actually help out the market, but equal weight S&P 500 didn't hit new all-time high. So this means the real scenario is not that beautiful that everyone thinks. However, this rally is not broad-based. This rally is heavy tech rally. It is a semiconductors rally. So NVIDIA, AMD today just a roast, especially AMD hit new all-time high, 8%, 9%, 195. We will get to that chart. So this means just a couple of stocks actually just pushing the market higher and higher, and indexes are at new all-time high. It doesn't mean that this is a sustainable market. When I see these charts coming together, and also when I see the price action here, I should say the correction is going to be very, very healthy for the market. If you see a corrective move, you should just get on board and jump on board and get to the position and find out a good spot for the next rally, which is going to be, I believe, heavy value stocks are going to be the next um, contributor to the rally. All right. So that was my kind of like analysis. I know that it was kind of like a bigger than usual. But when I see this, when I just told you yesterday about this bullish consolidation, yeah, it can go higher even. So even yesterday was sell-off, but this bullish consolidation can trigger another higher high to 5,200 even. But in March timeframe, if we go down, don't be surprised. I think 48.40. So that's going to be the level that I'm looking for. Again, 48.40, which is going to be a good level for now. Before I was looking for a lower level, but when market is going higher and higher, the support level is going higher and higher. So we are not looking for another like a 44 to 4,500. I'm just looking for if market gets to 48.40, that would be kind of like a good correction. And even if it gets there to 4,700, that would be fantastic correction, which was kind of like a month ago, which was kind of like a normal corrective move. Right now, I should say that would be very, very fantastic if market correct itself more than 300 points to the downside, which is going to be almost pretty close to 7 to 10% correction, which is going to be a fantastic. All right. So take it from me and just don't pile in right now. If you are invested, good for you. Like us, we are just to keep our investment as is. I don't touch it because I don't see bear market is coming soon, but I'm not going to put my money into stocks that are going up crazy. I'm just waiting for a corrective move to participate in this rally. And however, I should say there are lots of good opportunities right now. So even if you want to just be in a good position, there are lots of good opportunities down the road, or even right now in different sectors, which I'm covering some of them in this video as well. So I just tell you exactly which one I'm looking for. Nasdaq monthly chart, the same pattern here. It goes higher. Look at the divergence again. So Nasdaq just got above this kind of like important trend line. So when we had like a back test going higher, this means the next back test is going to be a good buying opportunity to push the stock higher. So again, divergence, look at that. So here is the SMA 20, here's the price. So whenever we had this last time was obviously 2021, 22 top, and then ended up to a kind of like a 30% corrective move to the downside for NASDAQ, which was kind of like interesting if that happens again this year, which I think it's going to happen probably later this year. Moving on to the daily chart. So we had pretty good spike today, last day of February. So this is still bullish consolidation. So we just got a good candle today. If it breaks to the upside, we can see new all-time high. A potential scenario is going to be new all-time high, but I'm telling you, March period is going to be very, very important, especially 3rd of March all the way to 23rd, 22nd. That would be kind of like a very, very, I should say, important period for the market. So if market goes down in a corrective move, don't be surprised on that period. Moving on to a US 30, which is Dow Jones. Dow had a positive day like the other indexes. A nice correct, let me just delete this. Dow is just going down to SMA 20, coming back up today. So pretty good positive day, not a bad session. Still not in new all-time high, but it can go higher if the other markets are going higher as well. So tomorrow will be first day of March. So I'm not sure if that is gonna be another positive day for the market. Moving on to gold, which was kind of like a positive today as well. So this is a monthly chart I just want to share with you. This is a nice bullish consolidation here. We are just consolidating prior this top. So if it goes higher, you shouldn't be surprised at all. So I'm just looking for a very, very nice performance for gold, especially second half of this year. Starting months of March, should see some kind of like a choppiness, but I should say after March is getting to the second half, or when we are getting to April time, you should see some kind of like a very, very bullish price action is coming to the gold and precious metals market. So stay tuned on that one. Just to reload, if you don't have position, it's a good time, especially for the gold miners. We will get into those ones in a bit. So you will see that gold miners are very, very undervalued and they can go higher as well. Moving on to the daily chart. So let me just show the daily chart here. Gold, a pretty nice move to the upside today. We just got into 2050, but as I said, this is very, very important level. So just got there and rejected down. Not about price action at all. So if it continues to the upside, we should see some kind of like engulfing above 2050. So if it goes 2000, right now we just have first push, 2040 accomplished, but we need to get above 2050 to have a rocket star move to the upside. So well, we'll see if that happens. I'm sure it happens, kind of like a 90% sure. but not next days or two, probably second half of March onward, we can see some kind of like good price action for gold and precious metals. Moving on to crude, which had kind of like a very choppy price action today. So crude just went all the way up, then coming back down. Still yesterday, candle was intact. I should say crude is heading to kind of like an important period of time that we can see some kind of like a down move for crude is coming. If it gets below this pivotal point, we can go all the way down to 60 to $65 down the road. Moving on to individual names, starting with Bitcoin, which ended up negative today as it hits yesterday to important supply area 64,000. It goes down as well. So right now it's just trading 61,000, but it can get lower. I believe Bitcoin just topped for now, but again, correction could be great buying opportunity. Yield coming down today, I believe this is the top winner yield. So when yield is rolling over, I'm sure that it can have like a support or bounce here, but that could be kind of like a dead cat bounce. Can go down to 4.40%. And then if it doesn't hold, then sub 4% is coming down the road, especially after April. Not in the March, but in April, we can see that. Treasuries popped up, but after hours it goes down just because yield after hours goes up. VIX smashed today, going down 3% down, $13.40. DXY up today. So DXY is kind of like a diverging and it forms another bottoming formation here pretty nicely. So I don't know if I need to follow yield or Dixie, or it's kind of when it's diverging, I should say it's kind of like choppiness coming to the dollar market. I should say weaker dollar is coming down the road. Magma indicator spike up today as technology and semiconductors went nicely. Apple is down, lagging. As I said, Apple is in danger. If you haven't watched that video, watch that video. This stock is in danger, and that was Apple. So Apple 160 to 166 since coming down the road. Amazon, pretty nice surge to the upside, $177. Meta, $6.11 up, not a bad session. Microsoft moving up nicely, so it didn't go to this neckline. So as long as it is above this neckline, this head and shoulder doesn't work. But I should say if rollover is coming, this one can get all the way down to 360. Moving on to Google, uptick today, not a bad session, still forming up kind of like a bottom. Or I should say if it consolidates here, that's going to be a bearish consolidation. It can go lower as well. Netflix coming down today. Tesla downtick today, so still choppy, holding up above 200. So we'll see how it goes next days. Semiconductors are going higher due to AMD spike today. SOX the same pattern, hit new all-time high. Taiwan Semiconductor lagging here, still higher high, higher low, but recently it just forming a lower high, lower low. So we will see if this is going to be a changing trend or not. AMD, look at that. So $15 or almost $16 uptick. What a candle today, even after hours, it goes higher. $195. NVIDIA, following up AMD. Right now, the leadership goes to AMD, and NVIDIA is just following. Texas Instrument, nice surge today, following the industry, $4.29 up. Lam Research, $15.58 down, up, and 938 cents. So that's pretty interesting. When we see just AMD took the leadership, the other ones are following. Moving on to the banking sector, XLF, which is coming today 2 cents. I believe these ones are at a top information for a corrective move. This means yield probably is going to go lower as well. KBE uptick today, but look at the doji bar. So it's big KRE going down to actually going up, but look at the candle here. Candle is red, doji bar, long shadow at the top, and even after hours it goes lower. JP Morgan coming up today, but after hours just took a hit. Goldman Sachs, nice reversal. I believe this one is exhausted and it can't go higher. Bank of America uptick today, after hours took a hit, and Wells Fargo going higher as well after hours, just took a bit hit today as well. Moving on to the gold miners, which is, I believe this is the best sector you can invest right now at this environment. GDX is forming the bottom here, uptick today. GDXJ, 68 cents up today. AEM, look at the after hours. It just went up 4 cents, but after hours, it just go all the way up to 48.60. So this is pretty good. Newmont took a nice rally, 4% today. So it was kind of like a capitulated recently and just recaptured the downtrend. So it's just going higher, which is a bullish sign. Still, if it goes to $40, it is still in a bearish momentum. But if it goes above 43, that would be a fantastic. Franco-Nevada took hit 10 cents down. After hours, it didn't have too much change. Gold Barrick, one of my favorite. This one recently capitulated, and this is very, very undervalued compared to its fundamental or fair value, the one that you, whatever you want to count it. But if you just go to your analysis, you will see that this stock has more value compared to the trading price these days. Moving on to the XLE, which is last sector for today, 42 cents up today. XOP, $1.40 up. Or edge coming down. I believe this one is going to fail this breakout. Exxon 20 cents up today, and Chevron 33 cents down. So Chevron is kind of like, if it goes back down again below this white range bar, I believe this is a weak and it can go lower. And if it goes lower, I believe Chevron can test this pivot here. If it tests 140, I should say lower low is coming down the road. So we will see how it goes, but that was it for me today. Tomorrow we will have weekly analysis, and make sure watch that one. If you like this video, please smash the like button, subscribe to our channel. Have a good one. See you on the shot. Bye-bye.